this was Manchester City pressing Arsenal in the Carabao Cup final at Wembley. And this goes straight to Arsenal fans. If you had started Raya, if Arteta had started Raya, this would have been a totally different outcome when City were pressing you guys, because Kepa is not that confident on the ball. Even though he was trying to bait City to press, but City were not falling for it. City were not trying to press the goalkeeper himself. City were just waiting for you to play the pass to, let's say, Saliba, and then run Chucky, or this was Doku's side, and then Doku to make that curving run, preventing you from playing a straight pass to Ben White or maybe Nkapie, whoever was on this side. So
Was Ben White?
yeah, Ben White. So then this other side was Ryan Chucky. So if this was Gabriel Magalhaes, so Chucky will also make the same thing, yeah, prevent this pass from coming in. Then if you consider this option, then he will make a curving run, preventing you from playing this pass. Then why can this guy not come here and receive this pass? Then this other midfielder was ready to jump in and come in aggressively. So the only way that this would have been effective if City decided not to come up with a goalkeeper. The only option this would have worked for Arsenal was for them to go long, and this is where the major problem is. If you go long, you only have Victor Gyökeres, who at least is physically able to battle with the defender for an aerial ball. But if you want to rely on somebody like Kai Havertz, I mean, what can Kai Havertz do against an aggressive defender? We all know, let's just be realistic. Yeah? For the love of the team, I don't know how much you love your players, right? But if you want to go long, and in this scenario, as you can see, the only good option is to go long, because Haaland and Semenyo were denying you these options. This was their main objective, to try and deny Kepa these passes as much as possible, for you guys not to be able to play in the middle of the park. So the only option that you guys had was to go long. So from here to here, you have Kai Havertz. And Kai Havertz, we all know, he's a weakling, right? So he cannot be able to prevent somebody like Husanov, or maybe try to battle the aerial ball to somebody like Husanov. What he's definitely gonna try to fall down, or maybe try to tell the referee that this guy was too aggressive, or this guy was too aggressive on me. It's a foul. We need a foul. You cannot rely on such a player for aerial balls. And even if you go long and let's say you succeed, these two guys were ready to come in and pick the second ball. So it was a very, very tough match for Pep Guardiola, for Mikel Arteta, to try and figure things out. So what was funny, what amazed me really, is after the first half, coming into the second half, still Arsenal did not figure out how to go through this press. That was amazing to me. As much as you proclaim Arteta's changed your lives and he's now playing some beautiful football, how was he not able to try and come up with something? So what he did in the second half was to try and lay low as much as possible. And what did City do? City managed to score, because City are very good at opening low block teams who prefer to lay low and play a low block games. Pep Guardiola is very good at that. So it eventually led to 2 goals from Manchester City, and now you could not attack. Even you were used to the substitutes as who was this guy? Madueke and Martinelli. So I did not expect much coming from the two of them, because we all know what they're capable of. As much as you might claim they are your players, we all know what they're capable of, and we all know their level of capability. So considering that, Arsenal need to work on, because the Premier League competition is 90% physical. Maybe 10% might be dribbling abilities and whatever, but it's 90% physical. So if you're going to compete for Premier League title, or maybe any title, then you want to rely on such players like Kai Havertz. And I look at your squad and think, if Kai Havertz is out, maybe you have to bring in Jesus. Jesus is also
A weak player.
a weak player, almost with the same mindset as Kai Havertz. Then we have to consider Merino also as another option, who's also another weakling. So I wonder how you want to convince us that you're going to win the Premier League with a few games remaining, because it's going to be physical, yeah. And if teams are going to figure out that this is how you can press Arsenal and deny them options and then force them to go long, my guy, you cannot rely on your players to go long. Let's just be realistic. So it has gotten to that point of where Arsenal just proved to us again that the team is not fit enough to lift anything. This is S.M.S. Subscribe.